Hey, I'm Lisa Smith. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about helping women to build a purposeful and profitable personal brand by leveraging YouTube. So if you don't already know, I am huge on women having fulfillment in their lives. And I've always been like this, but I feel like it's especially difficult for women to actually create that fulfillment in their lives as we get older and as we have more and more responsibilities. This includes a job. This includes an actual career. This includes our immediate families, the families that we're actually creating, the babies that we're birthing. And this also includes our families, like our aging parents, our siblings. This is in addition to our spouses and their families, the ones that we married into. And that includes just trying to maintain a social life and be a great friend to your friends and maintain great relationships in your life. It's really not easy. And I find that as women, we're the first ones to always put aside our own desires, our own dreams, set aside how we feel about something in the name of making someone else feel comfortable or making someone else feel better about a situation or appeasing to someone else. You know, we do a lot of people pleasing even into our adult years. And that definitely contributes to a lack of fulfillment in our lives because we feel like we're always being pulled in every different direction and we're playing the supportive role for so many other people in our lives. Like we have so many different balls in the air. We wear so many hats, we have so many responsibilities, and let's be real, we don't really always get the respect and the recognition that we deserve for doing all the things that we do and handling all the things that we handle. So all of this, in addition to other things, definitely contribute to a lack of fulfillment in our lives. And if we're not intentional about creating that fulfillment in our lives, we're never gonna have it. It's not gonna just happen one day. Like life is not just gonna get slower. You're not just gonna have less responsibilities. So this is so important. I'm super passionate about this, which is why I definitely had to create this video. Now I created this particular video specifically for moms, but a lot of the things that I'm gonna cover in this video can definitely apply to you whether you're a mom or not. Because listen, we've all got a lot of responsibilities. The world is moving fast. Our lives are not slowing down and we don't want them to, let's keep it real. And we're just all out here trying to figure it out. Nobody really has it all together and that's okay. So without further ado, let's get into the 5 reasons why moms need to build their personal brand. Reason number 1 is that building a personal brand will help you to build your own identity outside of being a mom, outside of being a wife, a spouse, a partner. I experienced this when I first became a mom. I really felt like I was losing myself. I didn't feel like it was just like me taking on this new identity of being a mom. I really felt like I was losing myself because I was just pouring everything into this new baby. And you need to do that for a time, okay? The newborns, they need us. I was literally her lifeline, okay? I was nursing, you know, night and day, cluster feeding, all that kind of stuff, right? But I started to realize, even as she was getting older, it was becoming easier and easier for me to kind of put aside the things that I like to do and not give myself any time to myself to be with my own thoughts and to focus on myself and what I wanted to do and the things that I was doing before I gave birth to her. And I still had my own dreams, but it was becoming so much easier for me to like really push them to the side in the name of being a good mom. And what I really began to understand is that no, I've seen this happen before with women in my life. I don't want to be that mom that pushes her dreams and goals to the side and gives everything to her kids, because I'm in a unique position right now in this time that I live in right now to have a plethora of opportunities available to me that I can take advantage of straight from my home, straight from my phone, straight from my computer. I am literally my ancestors' wildest dream and I am not about to let that slip between my fingers. And then I had to realize that being a great mom and a great wife and being all these things for other people, a great friend, a great daughter, a great sister, that includes me pouring into myself and fulfilling my dreams and my desires. It's a non-negotiable in my life. And I can do this in a way where I'm not being pulled from my family. Like it's minimal time pulled from my family. Like I'm recording this video right now, my daughter's at school, my husband's at work. Like now is the best time in history to build your personal brand by leveraging social media and creating content online consistently. You can do this. Listen, it is so important to me to become the woman that I'm meant to become, that I was always meant to become, to use all the gifts that God gave me while I'm here to help as many people and impact as many people as I can while I'm here with my gifts, and really live out my purpose here, that my dreams are non-negotiable. This is a non-negotiable. In order to enact my purpose, I realized that I have to maintain my own identity outside of being a mom and a wife, because I want to be more. I do. And I'm not ashamed of that at all. And you shouldn't be either. So I was definitely on my soapbox right there, but I'm super passionate about this. I've seen too many just depressed looking, depressed feeling, broke down, beaten down, you know, emotionally drained, physically drained, energy drained moms just going through life because they feel like they don't have any other options, or they feel like this is all that there is, or they feel like, well, I'm doing this for my kids, or they feel like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna do this after my kid graduates and da-da-da-da. It's just like, why are we waiting? We're not even promised tomorrow, so like, why are we waiting? That was one of the main things that really irked me about my job. It irked my soul to have to go into a job every single day where I knew I was undervalued, I knew I was underpaid, I knew that if I would drop dead tomorrow, they'd have somebody in my desk the next week minimum. And the work that I was doing was not fulfilling to me. It didn't serve a purpose that I actually really aligned with and that I actually really valued. So it's like, what am I doing with my time? So while I definitely needed money, let's keep it real, I always had that feeling like, what am I doing with the time that I have? Like, what if I don't have that much more time? So I was building my brand and building my skill set outside of my job whenever I could. I would do that on my lunch break. I would do that before work. I would do that after work. I would do that on the way to work. And by doing that, it made it entirely possible to build a 7-figure business in under 12 months with my husband. Number 2 is because it is super important for women to make their own money. Now, obviously, even if you don't know all the specifics of like women's history and suffrage, especially in this country and still around the world, you know that women have historically been economically disempowered, that we weren't always able to purchase homes or to even get credit cards without the consent of our husbands, that we weren't able to own land. And in many parts of the world, we're still heavily disenfranchised and made to feel subservient and like we are second-class citizens. And then when you add on top of that being a Black woman, I mean, so it's so important for us to make our own money, not just for our own economic empowerment, but also because we weren't able to do this before. And in order to be able to make real change and have real impact in the world, we have to make money. We have to make a lot of money. And if we're not making a lot of money right now, we have to figure out how we can do it. Not so we can go out and buy all the bags and designer and things like that and beautiful cars. That is super cute and you can do that. But you need to also be able to make real change in the world. And we all know money talks. You can't even get into certain rooms without being of a certain net worth, without buying your way in. Certain people in power won't even talk to you if you're not coming with that bag, or if you're not of a certain net worth, you know? It doesn't feel good to not really be in control of your own purse. I mean, even when it comes to the energy that we're bringing into the home. I know when I'm making more money, I am just, honestly, I'm just nicer. Like, I'm in a better mood. My energy is better. I feel more in control of my life, honestly. It feels really good to not be always asking my husband, like, can you do this? Or how about this? Or running a purchase past him because we share accounts. It feels good to be able to surprise people in my life with a nice gift. And it feels great to be able to have my daughter looking super cute and put together and well taken care of going to school as she's going out in the world. She is representing us. And it feels really good to be able to dress her in nice clothes. And when we do go into Target or something and she wants to get something, I can say yes, or I can say no. If I say no, it's not because we can't afford it. It's because she got enough. And this brings me to number 3. It's going to feel so good. You're gonna feel so empowered, and it's really gonna build your confidence when you get paid to be yourself. And that's what a personal brand allows you to do. If you are building an authentic personal brand and you're creating content online consistently to do this, people are going to actually get to know you, the real you. And they can either love you or, you know, not love you for being the real you and being your real authentic self. So when there's opportunities available to you and different brands are reaching out to you and people are reaching out to you to speak at their events, they're reaching out to you, not your representative. And how often do we not feel seen or heard in our day-to-day lives? It happens often. I think it happens to everyone. But the difference is that some people literally go through their whole life never feeling seen or heard. And that takes a toll. I would feel like that in my workplace, but it really empowered me that on the side, I was building up my brand. So I had opportunities available to me and they were coming. Even if I didn't have them at that right moment, I knew they were coming to me because I was building up my brand. I was building community. People were getting to know me and know what I do and learn what I'm about and learn what I stand for and my beliefs and my values because I was sharing that online. And that brings me to my next reason why you need to build a personal brand as a mom, because it makes it so much easier to connect with other like-minded moms and women around the world. Women who are going through exactly what you're going through, who feel exactly how you feel about certain situations. Imagine having a hard day at work or in the house and you get to go online to your online community and then you get to actually express your real feelings to your online community and you actually feel seen and heard and you don't feel like you're crazy or you don't feel guilty for feeling how you feel about your kids some days or even your spouse. Like imagine just having that outlet. That's what a lot of moms need and they don't get. So they tend to suffer in silence and they feel really isolated. And you don't have to feel like that. There's a lot of different communities probably in your immediate community and also online that you can join. But honestly, having my YouTube channel and building up my Instagram account and just creating content online, honestly, has always made it easier for me to connect with people in person because they can get to know me outside of what I'm just telling them, you know? Like they can get to know me before I actually meet them in person. So it does build up the trust a lot faster. And obviously trust is what builds relationships. And you never know who's watching. And that brings me to my next point. This also makes you an opportunity magnet. Creating quality content consistently online will help you to build your personal brand. And not just any personal brand, but an actual authentic and strong personal brand, a brand that's unique to you. And there will be people and brands out there who need someone just like you or who is going to want you to come in and speak to their people or their organization or speak at their event. There'll be people out there who simply want to connect with you based off of what you do. And the only way they're really gonna know that is if you are building your brand online. You'll be able to connect with people who you would have never most likely met in person if it hadn't been for your brand. Your brand will open doors for you and put you in rooms that you honestly aren't even, based on your skill set and maybe where you're at, like in your career or, you know, in your entrepreneurial career, like it will open doors for you that you can't even pay to get into sometimes. And your brand will speak for you. And it's too many times where moms are just feeling super disempowered, super overwhelmed, super stressed. And I personally feel like if they just had a creative outlet, somewhere to vent and not feel judged, somewhere to just express themselves creatively and not feel judged or wrong or guilty about it and actually feel seen and heard, it would cut down on so much of that stress and overwhelm. And there'll be people who are ready to support you emotionally, spiritually, financially. People all over the world who you can pour into, right? And who will pour into you right back. This was so important for me to talk about because honestly, one of my biggest things is being a purpose and to feel like I am walking in my purpose. And I believe that every single one of the people on this earth have a purpose. And there's too many times where we don't feel like we do for various reasons. And I really want moms to know that yes, while part of your purpose is your children and bringing them into this world and helping them to become productive and intelligent and kind-hearted and supportive and confident individuals, they're not your only purpose here on this earth. You have big dreams and you can do both, believe it or not. And for many of us, that really starts with being intentional about building a strong and authentic personal brand, whether we know it or not. Even creating this video, I'll probably never meet most of you in person, but I still get to have an impact in your life if you actually resonate and enjoy this video. And that really does mean a lot to me. Building your personal brand will really open you up for so many more opportunities in your life. Like, y'all gonna keep hearing me talk about this because I really need you to be intentional about creating freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment in your life, because moms, you need it especially. You need freedom over your time, freedom over your finances, freedom over your money, freedom to do the things that you actually want to do so you have the energy for everyone else in your life, for all your other responsibilities. You also need freedom so you can actually have a flexible schedule so you can show up for your children and all their activities, so you can be a more supportive spouse and do it with a smile on your face. And obviously, so you have the flexible schedule to take advantage of the different opportunities that are going to be coming your way as you are building this brand, which can be the foundation of a business or at least additional income on the side. Having that freedom and that flexibility will even allow you to see how you can create, how you can do work that is more fulfilling in your life. Because we only have one life. So why are we spending all our days doing work that doesn't fulfill us? It doesn't make any sense to me. As women, what helps to fill us up and really give us more energy is by doing work that fulfills us. It's not that we don't want to work. We just want to do work that actually aligns with our core values and our skill set. And by building up your personal brand, you're also going to be developing skills that are going to be super useful to your kids. So you'll be able to pass on the skills that you're building to your kids, teach them from a place of experience, and teach them to not only go out and do whatever they want to do and, live their best lives, but actually do that from experience. Because kids follow what we do and who we are, not just what we say. And if you need guidance and hands-on support in building your personal brand, I got you. I am enrolling for my program, the Content to Profit Academy, which is an 8-week coaching program where you'll get hands-on guidance and one-on-one support in building your personal brand, turning your expertise into actual income, and leveraging social media. We're gonna be focusing on YouTube, but I'm also gonna teach you how to take all of the content that we'll be creating and repurposing it across all of the platforms, so you cover more digital real estate. And I will not be offering this option for much longer, so definitely take advantage of it while you can. My time is limited and I'm in charge of my own schedule, so I can take on as many clients as I have the capacity for. You can apply using the link in the description box, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with other moms who need to hear this message.